They were my business on the front page. Headlines. I threw prescription in Dior frames. Sunshine. I had the vision back in 12th grade. Lunchtime. That I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few.
Oh, don't make me have to lose it.
No, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with precaution, give the proceeds to my god kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop quick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up. Come on, out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no.
Hey, Pete, let it ride out.
Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm watching television.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Webb. Over the middle to Evans. 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Well, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Gone.
To throw, Webb. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Webb to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Detroit! Gone!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Gone! Detroit!
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And they'll go on the ground. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gone, 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 gone.
Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And this is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
To throw again, Webb. A dump underneath to Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. You call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Webb now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On first down, it's Webb. Finding finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now it's Jackson. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson now. Caught on the right side by Jones. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Here we go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll go down at the 28. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson being chased out left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that'll be pulled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Webb. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Webb now. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Leopard! Leopard!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And it's complete, Hooper. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamie Collins in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone! Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Play action. Now Jackson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Webb. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Webb. A dump underneath to Jones. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
On third down, Webb. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Gone!
Now a first down throw. Well, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Tech McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Webb now from the gun. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him a yard on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Airing this one out for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Set! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. For even the first down and more. And he comes back with one complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of plays into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Try and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
On second down, Webb steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, it's Webb. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Blair Brown in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Detroit!
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Webb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Gun!
Operating from the gun. Webb. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Ryan to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A give to Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. But Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut. Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. down the man right now.